name's Jamie. I'm gonna be your nurse this morning. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah? How's that pain in your right ankle?
It's pretty bad. It's hurting.
Okay, on a scale from 0 to 10, how would you rate that pain right now?
Oh, I'd say an 8 or a 9
Oh,
probably.
wow. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I do have 2 medications I want to give you today. One of them is going to be morphine, and that's going to be to help with your pain. Have you ever had that medication before?
I have. It really works.
Yeah, did you get a bad reaction, or did it all go really well?
Yeah, it's all seemed to go fine.
Perfect. And then I also have one called ceftriaxone. That's going to be an antibiotic for your pneumonia infection, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and step to the side. I'm going to get those medications ready for you.
All right. Thank you.
Perfect. I am going to wear gloves for this process because I got a burn on my hand and just trying to be safe. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to start by looking at my MAR. And I'm going to go ahead and do my second medication check as the first medication check was already done. Okay. So I have Earl Johnson, no known drug allergies, and date of birth of 12/12/1938. I'm going to go ahead and double check that with him during my third medication check. Morphine sulfate, 2 milligrams. I see here the concentration is 2 milligrams per milliliter. So I'm going to go ahead and drop 1 milliliter when it's time. I'm going to give this medication now and every 3 hours as needed for moderate to severe pain, so for his ankle pain, and I will document that later. I'm going to give this through an IV push. Okay. Go ahead and remove the cap. I'm going to go ahead and use this for 15 seconds. Okay, and I'm going to let that air dry. In the meantime, I'm going to get my needle ready. And then per Davis Drug Guide, I will need to dilute this medication in at least 5 milliliters of IV flush. Drawing back 1 milliliter of air. Okay. Okay, and this is when I would call my charge nurse in and have her double check my milliliters drawn up. So I'm gonna go ahead and check my charge nurse. I have Earl Johnson here.
Okay.
It's 2 milligrams. It's the order, and it's 2 milligrams for 1 milliliter. I have 1 milliliter pulled up.
Sounds good.
Perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Oasis medication and Pyxis.
Great. Thank you.
Policy. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dilute this medication as described previously.
Yeah, those are really on there, right?
They are. I'm gonna have to do the one hand scoop method. And I'm gonna let out a couple milliliters. Perfect. Ooh. I did just drop that. And so therefore I'm gonna go ahead and grab the new flush. And this is gonna go straight into the sharps. I'm going to label this. Perfect. And I will need another flush for later. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my second medication check for my antibiotic. So Earl Johnson, 12/12/1938, no known drug allergies. The bag is intact and the expiration date is still good, and that's the same with the expiration date on my morphine if I haven't already said that. I have ceftriaxone 1 gram in 50 milliliters. This is going to be given in IV piggyback. It's going to be given now over 30 minutes and then also every 24 hours. This is for his pneumonia, and I'm going to document this after I administer it. I'm going to go ahead and set up my piggyback now. Okay. Making sure that this is closed. Okay. Great. Pull this in. I'm going to twist it off a little bit and slowly release. Okay. I have now primed my secondary bag, and I'm going to label it as well. Okay, Earl, I'm back now and I have your medications prepped.
Okay.
Okay, can I go ahead and ask you to confirm your name, first and last name, and your date of birth?
Sure. Earl Johnson. I was born on 12/12/1938.
Perfect. And then, do you have any known drug allergies?
No.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my second medication check. So he just confirmed Earl Johnson, 12/12/1938. Morphine sulfate, 2 milligrams, which is diluted in my IV flush. I'm going to give it IV push now, and then every 3 hours as needed for his pain. I'm going to document this afterwards. Okay? So then I would go ahead and put on new gloves. That hurt my burn. I'm going to go ahead and, oops, perfect. Hand hygiene, it's very important, right, Earl? Okay. And then I'm going to be giving you this morphine through your IV port, okay?
Okay.
At the proximal. Have you had any pain at the IV location?
I haven't.
Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and inspect it. I don't see any infiltration, occlusions, or phlebitis, which is really good, Earl.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to do for 15 seconds and then let it air dry. I would then take my medication, uncap it, twist on, and then I would push this medication per Davis Drug Guide for over 5 minutes. Okay? And then per policy, depending, I would wipe it again for 15 seconds with an alcohol swab and then wait for air dry. And then I would push my normal saline flush over the same amount of time, which is 5 minutes. Okay? And I also would have paused the pump before I did that. It's a little different with fake IV flushes, but I would have paused that. So perfect. Are you having any pain right now, Earl?
No, I'm feeling...
Any reaction of any sort?
It feels fine.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my third medication check for the ceftriaxone. I just already asked him his name and date of birth. So ceftriaxone, 1 gram in 50 milliliters. And I'm going to administer this now for his first dose and then every 24 hours after that. And it's going to administer over 30 minutes. And the bag is still intact and is not expired. Okay, and this is for his infection, his pneumonia. Okay. And I'm going to do this at the distal end of the port. I'm going to scrub for 15 seconds. And then I will let that air dry. Okay, that is now connected with my Y. So I'm going to go ahead, channel select. I'm going to add a secondary. I'm going to find my medication. Page down. And just confirm ceftriaxone, perfect. And it says 1 gram per 100. It's, oh, sorry, beeping at me. I'm going to go ahead and input that. So ceftriaxone, perfect. This is what I wanted. Amount of drug, 1 gram. Dilute amount in 50 milliliters. Okay. Next. At a rate of 100 milliliters per hour, and then time left, it says 30 minutes. So volume to be infused is 50 milliliters. Okay, just confirm that. I'm going to go ahead and click start. And now I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to go ahead and wait for the drip because I'm hip. So perfect, that is dripping. Just to clarify that I would bring that lower before I would start my secondary bag. Okay. Alright, Earl, so the morphine I gave you earlier can cause some dizziness or lightheadedness, so it's really important that you go ahead and you click that call light if you want to get out of bed or if you start to feel any of those side effects, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I'm feeling okay.
Perfect. Okay, you have both medications running. I'm just going to go ahead and document this.
Okay.
Okay. Ceftriaxone, 10 o'clock, my initials, and then morphine sulfate also at 10 o'clock, my initials. Perfect. Okay, Earl, so if you don't have any more questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and head back out, and then I'll be back in about 20 minutes to go ahead and just check on you and also check on the pump that's going, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, nurse.
Later.